The all-new Phoenix GT75 762 is perfect for families of up to 6 members. Now, I normally do the introduction from the front, but this is where it all happens, towards the rear of the caravan, not just with this new high security door lock, but the bunks at the back must be its key selling point. Now, there are 2 separate lounging areas in the 762, obviously towards the front and a dinette towards the rear. It is a fixed bunk model, which makes it perfect for families. Now, you get all this in a caravan that weighs just over 1,660 kilos, which means you can tow it with a Volvo XC60 or similar. Plenty of storage too. Obviously, you need that if you're traveling as a family. You can access that either from the locker doors outside or from the beds inside. So with that in mind, let's step inside and take a look. The 762 has 2 lounging areas, the side dinette and the front lounge that I'm sat in now. Both have day modes and night modes, and up front, we're currently in day mode, lots of lounging space, but come night time you have 2 options. You can either pull out the slats to make it up into a generous double bed, or because these seats are 6'2" long, you could simply use them as a single bed each. Lots of storage space above in the overhead lockers, as well as this handy front chest. And it's worth noting that this also has handy occasional pullouts, or you can have the separate table and you can extend this. So if you want that really large family meal whilst you're away, you can accommodate everyone you travel with. There are 2 upholstery choices. This has the optional fabric, which includes the Aqua Clean fabric. Now, that's worth considering, especially if you travel as a family, because should you spill anything, coffee, ketchup, tomato soup, you can simply wipe that off with clean water. If you're catering for a family of 6, you're going to need some serious workspace, and the 762 has certainly got that. Lots of space around the sink, especially if you have this hob cover down. But if you need to cook, you simply lift the hob cover up and you have a 4-burner gas hob, a separate grill and a separate oven. Microwave above, which means that even if your children are the fussiest eaters in the world, you'll be able to cook not only 1 but possibly 2 meals at the same time. Should you need even more workspace, plenty more opposite, which is above this Dometic fridge freezer. Plenty of storage too, with 2 lockers above the sink, 2 more lockers below the sink and a separate cutlery drawer. So let's talk technology, and we'll begin with the new media centre. So rather than having a radio towards the front of the caravan, the GT75 has a new Sonos portable speaker and a docking station here. There's also wireless charging for your phone, and if you need 2 USB points, you simply pop it up and you can charge away. This also serves as a handy TV point, which means you can watch the TV from the front of the caravan, or you could turn it around for the children if they're in the bunks. Now, the tech doesn't end there. There are 5 230 volt sockets. There are 3 additional USBs in addition to this, and it also comes pre-wired for Wi-Fi if you'd like to keep your children entertained. Before we move into the bedroom and the washroom area of this caravan, it's worth noting this comes fitted with Truma Combi heating system as standard. Now, that serves for heating and hot water, and essential when you're traveling as a family. So what I really like about the bedroom area is that Bailey have obviously put a lot of thought into it. Now, I've caravaned with my own children for years, and we've covered some distance, and it's nice to see the evolution process of how the bunk area works. Each bunk has its own reading light, but importantly, there's also a USB in there. We've had caravans before where one would have the USB, and then the kids would end up fighting over who had that USB point. Each bunk also has its own individual window to go with that individual curtain, and this area also curtains off. Now, I'm sure you know how important it is for children to have their own area. I think this really does fit the bill. The washroom has also been designed with families in mind. Plenty of space in here. Separate shower cubicle to my left, and importantly, if you've got younger children, there's plenty of room on the floor here. So if you need to kneel down and shower them, loads of room. Or if you're just having a shower, lots of dressing space before you open the door and go into the rest of the caravan. Plenty of space around the loo, and behind me is a Belfast style sink with a storage unit below. Now, talking of storage, there's more cupboards above the loo. To my left, there's more shelving units, hanging space by the shower as well as on the door. And I think the best bit of all has to be this wardrobe. It's enormous. I mean, it seems like an obvious spot for a game of hide and seek, but if you need to store lots of stuff, if you're traveling as a larger family, perfect. Right, so in summary, the Phoenix GT75 762 is an incredibly spacious family caravan. It can accommodate up to 6 people, and it's very roomy, not just in the lounge or the bunks, but especially at that new washroom to the rear. Talking of the washroom, it's perfect for families regardless of what age your children are. Lots of room in there, and that new wardrobe can accommodate anything you need to travel with.